When I first started working with the New Mexico Organic Commodity Commission, our educational activities were basically measured by, if you pull the thing off, then that's great. You put a little check mark by it, done. We did our job, and everybody felt very good that we had accomplished our goal. What changed for us when we started working with risk management education is that we were no longer measuring our success based on whether or not we had pulled off a particular event, but we were measuring our success on what the results for the producers who attended that event were. And that whole sensibility now has moved into every aspect of our work, so that we're not just sort of checking off particular workshops or other activities as accomplished and then moving along, but rather really trying to investigate what the results for producers have been and using that as our measure for how successful we are. And it also has been a really educational part for us, because instead of just walking away and saying, oh, okay, we accomplished that, and then you sort of turn yourself off from information, when you get back to producers after 3 or 4 months and ask them, how are things going? What did you really take away from this workshop that you are using? That really then helps sharpen what you do for the next series, because you can say, well, this really seemed to be a very effective tool for them, and this didn't really seem to help them at all. So, you know, it continually enables you to upgrade the work that you do. We do ask producers at the workshops to try to make some kind of commitment. We feel that that really helps to sort of clarify in your mind what you have taken away from a workshop, to sort of put it in the form of a commitment or a plan that you are going to carry out. It might be very simple, just a commitment to investigate a particular market. We have the producers actually write it down on the evaluation that they plan to certify organic within a year or whatever. And that also gives us a really good way to go back to them after a couple of months and just say, you know, at the workshop, you had made a plan to do this, and how's that coming along? And the other thing that's really good about it is that you can also say, and is there something that I can do to help you? Are you know, if you're stuck somewhere. Almost every producer that I've called, asking them how things are coming after the workshop, they'll almost always say, well, you know, there is one thing that I can't get information about, or, you know, I'm looking for help with this. Usually you can fix them up with somebody who can help them with that, but they might not have ever made that call. The collaborations are really important for us. One aspect of it is that a lot of what we are doing with workshops can be very technical, and we want to make sure that we combine, when we have to bring in somebody who is going to be very technical, we want to also bring in somebody who's doing the same kind of thing on a practical level, so that the producers aren't sitting there thinking, well, that's great, that's book learning, but how does it really apply to what I'm doing? What I'm finding now is that through collaborations, we're really able to sort of extend the reach of the results for the producers. It makes a connection between those producers and the collaborators that then enables producers to have a resource after the workshop is over.
Everything that we do out here, I have learned out of workshops and from recommendations for reading and whatnot that have come out of workshops. When we started farming organically, I knew absolutely nothing. I didn't even know who to call. The biggest problem that we were having with our vegetable production was finding some place to sell it. A lot of our vegetables have ended up going on the compost pile. By going to community-supported agriculture, we're now distributing almost everything we grow. We've totally gotten rid of waste. The ideas didn't stay in the workshop. They're being put to work right out here in the field for me now.